Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If we had all that pumped with the wiring, if like I said, you just put one chest that has a redstone engine or something on it to pump everything out, then it can pump all the way back into the mountain into a diamond chest or whatever, something that'll hold a lot of it,
Well, and
so
some of that
that
could go into
that's
recycling or into igneous
exactly.
extruders, like essentially. But what you're describing is a trash pipe,
Well,
where
Yeah,
and
yeah. I mean,
not
and it's really
necessarily a
cheap.
trash pipe, because like this would be where I would like be sending the food through to the restaurant we're building, and it all can be done with what I just went to go get. It's obviously not going to be cheap, um, but if say, okay, let's say we're gonna pretend this is your lot, um, mango. So let's say you've got your handy little thing, and actually you would have a wooden pipe here, but I didn't bring one of those. So you have this, and let's say we're sending it off to a couple places. Say there's the trash place, um, farms, and call it other. Now let's say you've got dirt that's going in here, and want to send some of it to the farms and some of it
Oh
to
my
storage.
god, that is sexy. What is that?
That's a diamond pipe.
So you want to send some of it to the farms and some to storage. Let's say the green is the farms, and the blue is storage. And you want most of it to go to the farms, but you want some to go to storage for people to use. You'd put one in the blue and two in the green. That sends 1/3 to the storage and 2/3 to the farms.
Huh.
If you then also wanted to send some, say, up to the gray area, say a recycler, you put one up there, and this does a percentage, and we'll split it up.
That is hot. Like I'm seriously, I'm all over this. This is
And if we, as the original ones, got the materials and supplied this type setup on everybody's pipe, on everybody's plot, so they could just throw shit they don't want in, but they don't have to actually worry about setting up the pipe and all that, then we've got, constant supply of dirt to the farms,
Hey, hey,
constant supply to storage, and constant supply to a recycler eventually.
yes,
hey,
Wes.
Joe, how do I make a
Yes.
motion?
uh,
Motion. Go ahead.
yeah, just tell us.
I would like to make a motion that Jada Cat be burned as a witch
Why?
because sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable to magic.
Okay,
Right.
fair enough.
So,
Oh,
so
you were.
next week when I'm reading your YouTube videos, Joe, everybody's gonna be saying "burn her" instead of "kick her off the
It's
island."
like, and I
Actually, I
feel
think
like,
it'll
guys,
be,
everybody
knowing
knows
my
that
audience,
witches
it'll
don't
be.
actually burn.
Actually, I think it'll probably be throw her into the pond.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
So-
the other one I wanted to, I did, was that no, actually that was it on that one. But yeah, so
I
you
kind of
can
like that because you can put
you can
stuff
say
like
say we're sending that there, and this one's going over here to this thing, and this is going over there to that thing,
yes.
and it still sorts the dirt based on the percentages you've put in here.
But it also sends a. I got it. I like it.
And you
I
can,
think.
with this one empty side, anybody could attach on a pipe and go, okay, the yellow one is theirs, and they can send a percentage to their own storage room.
Yeah.
Yeah, that works.
I really like that. That's and how expensive? I mean, I'm sure they're kind of those pipes are
Diamond pipes
expensive.
are 2 diamonds and a piece of glass. It makes 8 diamond pipes. For this type setup, each person would need 1 diamond pipe. So I would say,
Okay.
as a motion, that the town, that us original members, supply everybody with 1 diamond pipe for this type setup once they get a lot. So.
I like
Yeah,
that.
I feel like in general people are gonna be well, I would almost say, to make it to streamline that, whoever invites somebody to the server, whoever is the initiator of that application, would be on the hook for supplying whatever they would need along these lines.
Well, and I can keep a stock of, I'm gonna be adding more auto crafting stuff to my lovely shack. I can keep an auto crafting thing of stone and cobblestone pipes where you can flip a lever and get out stacks of cobblestone and stone pipes that'll go to a storage area in Energy Mountain, so that there will always be plenty of these 2 basic pipes for people to work with.
Okay, may I return to the list? If
Yeah.
I think everybody agrees that we want a sorting pipe, we'll say.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the original was do we want to do the 4x4 with the piping in it? And I think well, here, vote in your thing. Yes or no?
Wait. The exact text is, do we? Yes, 4x4 with opportunity for 8 pipes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
you can get quite a few.
Okay. So
I'm just gonna go over here and
so-
cry.
So for the height of that, though, should the top of we should set a standard for the top of the pipe. Now the water level here seems to be at around, let's say, 64. So we would say that the top of the pipe is at 50.
Call it other. Now, let's say you've got dirt that's going in here and want to send some of it to the farm and some
Oh
of it to
my
storage.
god, that is sexy. What is that?
That's a diamond pipe.
So you want to send some of it to the farms and some to storage. Let's say the green is the farms and the blue is storage. And you want most of it to go to the farms, but you want some to go to storage for people to use. You'd put 1 in the blue and 2 in the green. That sends 1/3 to the storage and 2/3 to the farm.
Huh.
If you then also wanted to send some, say, up to the gray area, say a recycler, you put 1 up there, and this does a percentage. And we'll split it up.
That is hot. Like I'm seriously, I'm all over this. This is
And if we, as the original ones, got the materials and supplied this type setup on everybody's pipe, on everybody's plot, so they could just throw shit they don't want in, but they don't have to actually worry about setting up the pipe and all that, then we've got, constant supply of dirt to the farms, constant supply to storage, and constant supply to a recycler eventually.
yes,
Hey,
Wes.
Joe, how do I make a
Yes.
motion?
Motion. Go ahead.
Yeah, just tell us.
I would like to make a motion that Jada Cat be burned as a witch.
Why?
Because sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable to magic.
Okay,
Right.
fair enough.
So,
Oh,
so
you were-
next week when I'm reading your YouTube videos, Joe, everybody's gonna be saying burner instead of kick her off the
It's
island.
like, and I'm
Actually, I
feel like,
think it'll
guys,
be-
everybody
knowing
knows
my
that
audience,
witches
it'll
don't
be-
actually burn.
Actually, I think it'll probably be throw her into the pond.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
So-
the other one I wanted to, I did, was that, no, actually that was it on that one. But yeah, so
I
you
kind of
can,
like that because you can put
you can
stuff
say,
like
say we're sending that there, and this one's going over here to this thing, and this is going over there to that thing,
yes.
and it still sorts the dirt based on the percentages you've put in here.
But it also sends I got it. I like it.
And you
I
can,
think
with this one empty side, anybody could attach on a pipe and go, okay, the yellow one is theirs, and they can send a percentage to their own storage room.
yeah.
Yeah, that works.
I really like that. That's and how expensive? I mean, I'm sure they're kind of those pipes are
Diamond pipes
expensive.
are 2 diamonds and a piece of glass. It makes 8 diamond pipes. For this type setup, each person would need 1 diamond pipe. So I would say,
Okay.
as a motion, that the town, that us original members, supply everybody with 1 diamond pipe for this type setup once they get a lot. So,
I like
Yeah,
that.
I feel like in general people are gonna be I would almost say, to make it to streamline that, whoever invites somebody to the server, whoever is the initiator of that application, would be on the hook for supplying whatever they would need along these lines.
and I can keep a stock of, I'm gonna be adding more auto crafting stuff to my lovely shack. I can keep an auto crafting thing of stone and cobblestone pipes where you can flip a lever and get out stacks of cobblestone and stone pipes that'll go to a storage area in Energy Mountain, so that there will always be plenty of these 2 basic pipes for people to work with.
Okay, may I return to the list? If
Yeah.
I think everybody agrees that we want a sorting pipe, we'll say.
Yeah, I think the original was do we want to do the 4x4 with the piping in it? And I think well, here, vote in your thing. Yes or no?
Wait. The exact text is, do we? Yes, 4x4 with opportunity for 8 pipes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
you can get quite a few.
Okay. So
I'm just gonna go over here and
so-
cry.
so for the height of that, though, should the top of we should set a standard for the top of the pipe. Now the water level here seems to be at around, let's say, 64. So we would say that the top of the pipe is at 50.
Yeah, that seems legit.
Does that seem okay to people?
Yeah, I don't know that it necessarily matters the height as long as it's not impeding on.
No, it does matter.
Surface build.
Getting these is going to be.
Well, they're going to go underneath the roads.
They're going to link to each other.
Where all do we need to send stuff to? We need to send buildcraft power out, industrial craft power out. That'll be glass fiber cables and energy conduit. That's 2. We need to send. Well, then honestly, we just need 2 more. An input. We're not really going to be sending stuff out of the storage, so we just really need 1 pipe to run as a collector pipe, and we fork off of that. So,
I was gonna say, I have a question.
Ooh!
What's your
I'm
question?
gonna die doing this, but.
Does this pipe work on the other end of things? So, like, instead of if we just had a wooden pipe
I could
and
kill him.
wooden pipe and cobblestone pipe, taking everything over to the mountain,
Yeah.
and then we have that 1 pipe in the mountain that separates it. That way, we don't have to have as many pipes in the sewer.
It does do that. Wherever you put it, it'll separate it out. And if you leave an area blank, what will happen is you will everything else gets shoved in that area.
Really, Wes?
So you can have a series of diamond pipes, and then you can consistently sort it out through that.
That was well. So
Wow.
my thought was, okay, so we have the say we'll say
Super
stone, the freeze.
Joe.
Have the piping in the center, and let's pretend this is running by my lot, and I want to pipe something in.
Mm-hmm.
I would put an iron pipe on here, and another pipe, and then I turn. Where is my wrench? I take the wrench and set this to be output, and then everything will just immediately go in here. And what we'd have to do at any of these junctions, we need an iron pipe to continue it going the way it's supposed to go.
Okay, but what I'm saying, I guess what I'm getting at is we don't have to actually have that diamond pipe in the sewer at our house. It can actually be in the setup in the mountain.
Well, this diamond pipe would need to be here if, say, you're trying to send from your house to both your storage room and the main storage. Otherwise, like, I would end up say on a line going, okay, I know certain stuff is coming through here. I am going to hook in here and go, okay, send me 1/3 of all the dirt to the farms. Everything else will just continue right on going to storage.
Yeah, so if you're like Jade and you've got farms and stuff that need sorting, she can tap into the pipes. We necessarily wouldn't have to put in pipes of our own if we want to store it later in the mountain.
Gotcha. Okay, yeah, I'm good with that. Okay, y'all ready to head back up?
Well, actually, let me
one
get
more
a
thing
chest for all of. Does anybody have an empty inventory who can just dump all the stuff in this chest here for Wes? Because I've got too much stuff in my.
I'm
inventory.
almost here.
Okay.
By the way, Joe, thank you for moving your bed so that I had to go back to spawn.
Oh, you were staying at my place?
I did
Sorry.
want to. I know it's not quite in order, but I did want to show the thingy out here while we're somewhere that's actually large enough to and it won't
the
destroy
road
the town
thing?
hall.
Can you start working on that while I ask some more questions about the sewer real quick?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. It's just I wasn't sure how many people were familiar. I've got this in my chest by my door, Corey.
That scared
If
me.
you guys want to use it. More importantly, I have this by my door. This will power it for you. What you will need to do, though, is in my house, there's a section of cabling by the engines that you will have to recharge this on. But if you put this here, right-click it, and set the max output to 10, it will run this entire quarry down about half of the level. And I'll put this back up before it does anything. The main important part, you have to sneak right-click to pick up this energy block.
Sorry, what was
She's
that?
a witch!
Shift right click?
Shift right-click with a wrench.
Okay, shift right click with a wrench.
And
What the
any
hell
of you
is it
guys
building?
can go. You guys
It's a
can use
quarry.
it because the quarry keeps a certain amount of energy in storage. Can't see
That
it.
is
but
not
it's
what a
there.
quarry looked like last time I did it.
Really?
So then, you guys can feel free to grab and borrow that. If I'm not using it, it'll be in the chest by my door. Just put it back. But if once the energy cell runs out, come back on any energy conduit that has engines attached to it, obviously, and just stick it on here. And then you take a wrench, right click so that the arrow points into the energy thing, and it will fill back up.
Okay. Right.
It'll do 1 9x9 space per energy cell.
Right. I might come to you later on and discuss more detail. Okay, now we need to take this down.
Oh, it'll disappear on its own.
It's biodegradable.
Since when?
It's new.
Oh my
Welcome
god!
to the new Buildcraft. There'll be one or two pieces that get left behind.
Oh,
is there a
this is
quarry
sexy.
in IC2 also?
There's a mining well in IC2.
That's what I did. Okay.
Yeah, that's not as fun. Okay, so I guess my last question is, do we have any other sorts of pipes that we're going to need to put in here, like water, lava, steam, or does that just not make sense? Because we can get all the energy we want.
Well,
All that stuff can go through the cobblestone pipe.
Yeah, that should be able to go
no,
to the.
we have to put it
to
through
the-
liquid pipes.
Yeah. Well.
We
Yeah.
can just make all pipes waterproof.
No, because
No, you can't,
move
because-
items through waterproof pipes.
That's the reason.
Essentially, each pipe needs to have an assigned purpose. I'm just curious. We can come back to this later.
Well,
but
if we put stuff in and put stuff out on the sides, and then we could put water stuff in and water stuff out on the thing.
Could we maybe like set up a thing like this in town hall, and then whoever ends up figuring out the sewer system, can like put a selection of this is the layout. Make sure roads and pipe systems, abide by this layout so that they all connect correctly.
Right.
yeah,
Well, if you want me to dig out this bit, I'm quite happy to do that over the next week or so, and that way I can do my bit.
yeah, yeah. It seems like everybody getting some pitching in and doing the digging would be good, but having a more coordinated effort to make sure the pipes were lined up properly. Yeah, we're gonna need to have the cross section figured out before we place pipes.
I see a turtle
If no one else
in our futures.
I don't mind doing the pipe thing. I like doing pipes. I like conduit. I like pipe.
You are more than welcome to come over to my plot and do the pipes.
Was that a euphemism?
Yes.
Yes, I think that was a euphemism. I'm not even sure that counted as a euphemism. I think that was an out-and-out innuendo.
And I'm not drunk yet.
Yet.
No, I
Yeah.
meant more if nobody objects, it would be simplest, I think, for one person to lay out the pipes.
I would like to actually be there, to see how it's done. But yeah, I'm quite happy for you to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think having a small team, so that way, because I know you like to broadcast live. If you wanted to broadcast while other people recorded the progress, that could be really good. Because that's the sort of thing where, like, on a YouTube video, you need, like, okay, here's basically what we're doing. Here's 10 minutes later. Here's 10 minutes later. Here's 10 minutes later. I don't know why I'm spinning to indicate passage of time. I'm a clock. Woo!
So
Okay.
Mango, is that a motion that I be the pipe foreman?
Yes.
think-
I
Yes,
totally-
the title for
Poor
pipe
woman.
foreman should be witch.
Wherever it's pipe link going on.
Okay.
I'm gonna go hide next to this nice creative person who isn't talking. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Jade the plumber.
Oh wow.
Jade, your
God.
skin needs
Oh,
different
God.
pants, and you need a butt crack. That's all I'm
Oh,
saying.
ooh, can I be the pizza delivery man?
Oh, good God.
Okay, so do we want to head well, actually, if everybody has a second, why don't we check out the road segment that I constructed? I kind of made a terrible version of it in City Hall, but this is kind of a better mock-up since we're all out here anyway. And I also built a bridge that I figure for the bridges, we would just leave that up to people to make their own
What
bridges.
the hell is this?
It's a bridge.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Of.
Looks like a waffle iron.
It does. It's.
Well, I wanted to be able to see the water.
Is this copper pipe? Copper.
No, this is uninsulated copper cable.
Oh god.
Okay.
Joe, you're a very strange person. Have I
fully
ever told
support
you that?
this. Good
I
job.
think it's neat. I like it.
Thank
It's
you.
weird
I
and
am
awesome,
so-
but
Iron.
I
weird.
am so tempted to come over here at some point and hook up a generator to this copper cable. Right, as Joe is coming out in the morning, I'll attach a pressure plate so when he walks out, he triggers a thing that electrifies his cables.
Yeah, technically that is a concern with this particular model, and I had considered that, but I didn't want to
Zombie.
tell anyone because I
Zombie.
felt it would be funnier if
Yeah.
I did it to you.
So what do you think? Should we set up a nice trap for Joe for when he?
Yeah.
I think we can make it even better. We can put it into high voltage
Yeah.
and
Well,
just
actually-
take it out from under him.
Yeah, you could put a gold lattice in here, actually, which would be really cool looking as a bridge, but then would result possibly in, super death. Oh, also, the
Not
best
that
thing-
we would try and kill you or anything.
No.
Joe.
No.
No,
Okay,
not at all.
And one
No.
other thing I wanted to show you guys, I don't know if you guys are familiar with this, because I didn't know this was in the mod until yesterday when I was streaming. There is a type of material called slag you get as a byproduct of the pulverizer.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
makes
Which,
rock
if-
wool.
Yeah, if you heat it, it becomes rock wool, which is essentially just stone that looks like wool. You can color it like wool, but it won't catch on fire. And so, of course, I had to surround mine with fire. But, like, I'm sorry, I'm really excited about this.
It's like a kid with a candy store.
Joe, do you want some more? I have like 8 stacks of this stuff.
Oh, no, I've got like 8 stacks, too. I've been making a lot of this.
Ooh,
I
you
know-
have netherwart. Joe.
Yeah, also, that was the other thing I was
Oh.
going to say, is I've started collecting netherwart and when I
Um,
found that fortress. So I was going to, let me get this kind of planted. I only got 8 initially, so I will say, if you guys want, I'm going to see how much
No.
leftover we have after I replant.
Charming.
And you
No.
guys can be welcome.
Oh,
to some.
sorry. I forgot that was horrible. My bad.
What's netherwork good for anyway?
Potions.
Potions.
Joe,
Yes.
you know I
Ah.
can make an automated forestry farm that will give us like automated netherwork.
Oh, yeah, that would probably
If-
be a
if
better
you
idea.
Give me some. I need like a stack of netherwork.
How did he
to do
get
that, though.
slag? When you use the pulverizer from the
I'm
what's
also
it
going to
called?
be doing a mushroom
thermal
farm.
expansion, it you can get slag.
I was
That
going
will
to
be
say,
my project for the day. Is more farms. Why is
Awesome.
anybody shocked?
no, not quite. Okay, well, there's 9. The problem is I don't have enough to give you a full stack, but
12,
you can use that to
12
get
will be
started.
fine because it will start making more, which I'll pipe back in until I have enough, and then start piping it out.
Okay, cool. So yeah, I was gonna say you can get netherwort from here, but never mind. You can get netherwort from wherever Jade puts it. Probably a barrel.
Yeah, more than likely a barrel.
Okay.
Barrels are great, and I figure I can pipe it over. I was thinking the top level of Energy Mountain could end up being a storage thing, and I'll start piping stuff up there to get it out of my house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can talk about Energy Mountain. That's actually on the agenda. What I figure we'll do is when we all get back into City Hall, we can look at what's left on the agenda and figure out what we want to prioritize.
I should just get my jetpack, shouldn't I?
Probably.
Yeah, I better put on another pair of long fall boots just in case.
Yeah, if you're anything like me, probably a good idea.
Let me just stash this stuff in case I die a horrible, horrible death. Does anybody need food while I'm down here?
No, I'm
I
good.
still have 20 bread on me. So what are you
I'll
putting
take
down
some.
on vote? Oh,
Okay,
where you
I'm
at?
taking down the prototype here.
Well, I was thinking if we left the prototype up there, then if we come up with a working a method, then we can post it in Town Hall for people to use as a guideline if they're building a new plot.
Well, the thing is that the prototype itself is so big, we probably want to have it inside of Energy Mountain, not the Town Hall building, because
Oh,
it
good
just
plan.
it's big. We should have one, but just not here.
Maybe we need a prototype building.
I like having we've got that whole Winter Village area that we can start building places like that, food places and whatever. So yeah, that's something.
If we get a prototype building, then that's somewhere for people to put all of the prototypes for the bridges, and then other people can come along and vote by just placing a sign that says +1 by it or something.
I don't know exactly about all.
Yeah, okay, that's probably a silly idea.
Well, it's not that it's a silly idea. It's just that's a whole nother thing, and we've got like 10 items left on the
Okay,
agenda.
never mind. Did
Um,
somebody need food? Did somebody say they needed food?
Wes did.
Yeah. Okay. So, just looking around here, we've got several items that we haven't gotten to. Some of these are kind of activities, like farm setup guide or raiding the Nether Fortress for a blaze spawner. Some of this stuff is stuff to discuss. Okay, like for example, a link modifier is 72 diamonds and 9 gold, but it lets us make books that can teleport us around the server.
Right.
Much
So
better than portals.
yeah, and it's really no, seriously, it's super convenient because you can have a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, you can
No,
have
no,
a
no,
book
no,
to
I don't
every
argue
inch
that
of-
fact, but. Just saying.
So I was gonna say, we'd probably want to have the link modifier, for example, be one of those things that we put in a building in the city center. I would say.
Mhm.
Maybe
Uh,
like in town hall.
Once again, like I like that this is the civic part of the server, but not necessarily the
Useful.
industrial.
Can I
part.
just point out this last thing that I've put added on? Would discuss that.
Okay, so let's table the link modifier, and Cleo, would you like to present to us on what you mean by public works building?
Right. Basically, that anything that would be like collective that is not useful to have in our own lots or in town hall, there would be a place where we could have like a building which is a place where like we can have all the places, all the access to like Mistcraft Ages. We can have this link modifier and where it's all a collective thing as opposed to having it spread all over the place. Basically.
Yes.
Yeah, that doesn't sound bad. I don't know that it has to be one particular building.
Not
or if that's
necessarily
just-
a building, but an area. An
yeah,
area would
and
be
see,
fine.
do we want to designate the village area? Which window is this out of? I'm so disoriented up here because all the walls look the same. But like, yeah, we've got
This
this
window.
whole village area out here.
It's not
Um,
that window.
that we could start building, you know, stuff like that down inside of. Do we want to designate
Well,
that?
I would think, Energy Mountain is huge. We're not going to use every level of Energy Mountain for energy. We put the public works stuff on one level of Energy Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
I think I think that's probably what's going to end up happening anyways. It's like
We're
she
gonna
said,
need
it's
power.
huge. We're going to need the power, but the power, even at that, isn't going to take as much room as you think.
Well,
Um,
I guess kind of 2 points on that. One, not everything needs power. For example, the Mistcraft link modifier doesn't. It could be anywhere.
Right.
Two, having it be separate from Energy Mountain would be a more pleasing visual experience for our viewers, possibly. Especially, we go and we say, okay, we're gonna set up a basic building here, but then we, get together and we actually make it look nice as like this is our book building, or our town library, if you will.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Like
Yeah,
the
that's fine.
library could even have like an enchanting room in it, and the link modifier. Anything to do with books.
Yeah.
because none of that requires power.
Exactly. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The one
Public
thing
works
that-
in a way of
the thing
separated
about
buildings.
The link modifier, Joe, is going to be that you have two options for Mistcraft. Like, the link modifier doesn't do us much good until we have Mistcraft crystals. And yeah, we can carry around shit tons of books, but we really need the Mistcraft crystal age. Get that, you have two options. We can make hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of ages adding to the world size. Then you're going to have to delete them because they're going to have corruption if we do it randomly. Or you can cheat in a notebook that already has all the symbols and set it that only like you can do the Mistcraft thing, and you make us a world that has Mistcraft crystals. We go get our crystals and make our portals.
Well, speaking for myself, I prefer the idea that we actually try and do it legit, and then we deal with the server-related deleting folders or whatever, because
Well,
that's a
for-
lot of
for-
opportunities for content.
For example, Joe, in my live stream from the last, season of live stream, I created 275 individual Mistcraft ages without getting any Mistcraft crystals.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, if we gotta roll the dice, we can roll the dice.
I'm with Joe. I mean, just to the point where I think if we keep it, it's more fun viewer-wise if we're having to find, like, if we get a Mistcraft age that's got asteroids, yeah, that's an interesting thing to do. So I mean, and you don't get that if you cheat in and get the symbols. So
I'm not saying cheat in and completely eliminate people making random ages. I'm saying cheat in so we can get the Mistcraft crystals for the first bit, then let people do what they need. Get rid of the book after that. just get the thing that we need to have so that we can have the portal, so that we stop having the portal inducing lag from portal gun, basically.
Well, that's kind of two issues. The first, I guess, I kind of lack seeing or letting the viewers watch the server progress at a natural pace. I mean, we're gonna have some, like last week, we were literally standing in a pit up here, like with signs on the wall of the pit. And now we have a ceiling and glass and stuff. And so, I don't know, I think that
honestly, you're the server owner. It's up to you. If you want to spend, hours of time searching for exact Mistcraft ages and making sure you only delete the corrupted ones and checking data log files to figure out which ones are corrupted, which ones are crashing the world, which ones are lagging the world, and delete only those, and making sure you don't delete the ones that people have misnamed incorrectly because they don't understand how the numbers and naming works, and you've got to figure out which ones are bad and which ones aren't by reading data log files. Okay.
I volunteer Joe for this.
I volunteer Joe for this.
You're the server owner. You're the one
carry,
who's going to...
Everybody type yes.
It's kind of up to you, because you're the one who is going to have to go through the FTP access logs and find the corrupted Mistcraft ages by reading files and delete them.
Well, okay, that sounds like a lot of work.
It is.
But but okay, here's the thing though. At the same time, I've got a month of paternity leave coming up when the baby is born. I'm not going to be at work, and I'm not going to be able to record all the time. So if I have to do that, I might try and get somebody else on Skype with me, and we might make an event of it. I mean, we could literally do a live stream of Joe tries to figure out which Mistcraft ages are terrible.
I think that is the best option so far.
Too. I think we've got two chats. We've got two chats and everybody in here going yes.
Yes.
Okay, but I'm telling you right now, I am going to laugh hysterically when, just like with the counting lots thing, you start pulling your hair out and going, "Why did I agree to do this?"
Can we have a picture of Joe's hair?
There is a
Like
reason why
week?
even the Mistcraft creator states that the reason he put that book in there in such a way that you can cheat it in is for S&P play.
Gotcha. Okay, so
I think we got off topic.
No. This
No,
is
I think that's the perfect
topic. The topic of the library.
Oh, okay, got it.
And so, speaking of the library, do we want to go and choose a spot for it? Since we
we're
can
here.
find a spot that.
Well, so we're saying that people can make Mistcraft ages as they wish.
I think it should be as a group where we make Mistcraft ages, unless you're in like a group of like a Sunday group.
This is one of the things that for me is a problem, and it's just me with the group thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the server. Joe can tell you between around, you guys are all asleep. That's why you keep coming on and there's stuff done. I don't, if we're going to be allowed to create Mistcraft ages, I don't really like the whole idea that I can't create a Mistcraft age because we're all on different sleep schedules.
Okay,
Right.
yeah, see, to me, I'm kind of one of those heart of the cards kind of guys where I say, do it vanilla. If folks want to make Mistcraft ages, they can. We're going to, if there are problems, we can vote about solutions, but let's not waste time voting about preventing people from possibly creating problems.
Okay, so
Fair.
that sounds fair. So we create
I'm done.
Mistcraft ages as did, and all we'd have to do is write down the number that the age pops up at and hand it to you, and then you know which dimension to delete.
Yeah, we can just shove that in the Skype chat. So.
Be like,
Yeah,
hey,
we
Joe, delete MDIM number 67532.
Well, actually, what we might want to do is make that part of the library. This is exactly why we're building, because we want the viewers to also be able to see what we're doing. Try to do as little behind the scenes as possible. So putting up signs is better than having it in the Skype.
Okay,
so
cool.
How about we go down and we scout out a location for the library? We'll just mark that down in the city center. If everybody agrees, we should have one.
Yep.
Cool.
I need an
Why don't
MFE.
my thought would be, why do it in necessarily the village? Why not tap on this lovely bridge area that AIM has made, and like maybe do a library like below the level of the town hall, like over here?
Well, AIM actually set up this whole courtyard right
Okay,
here
I've got massive lag. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.